Hello everyone, I'm Devin with TrueDevinGaming, and today we're going to be playing another session of modded Minecraft. I do not believe any of the players we have are currently on the server, so probably going to be playing solo today. Which means I'm going to have to be entertaining myself. There you go. Let's open up the stream, get that working. Okay. Oh, we don't need any of that. So what we're going to do today, probably some fishing and farming. Which means we need to craft a fishing rod, which is here in one of these. There's a fishing rod, but I want to get the good one. So the good one's probably still at the house. Let's see. Hey, the vines are actually green this time. There's monsters nearby, which means those monsters are underneath. Hopefully that pulled them away a bit. You now be able to see. Okay, maybe I should have put the bedroom on a floor higher up. Either way. See, don't need this. Put some flint away. Here we can toss these. And pink concrete. We don't need. I think we're going here. Okay, what we want to grab is here. The fishing rod was unbreaking, luck of the sea, and mending. That's a good fishing rod for now. And it's about to be daytime, so that's good as well. Head directly towards the farm. Soon I want to make, one of the future streams, one of the soon ones, I'm going to be expanding the tunnel system, having a tunnel going towards the cow farm, and a tunnel going towards the actual floating farm that we have. I want to have tunnels going in each direction over there. Yeah, and I guess by the cow farm is where I'm going to be building the docks. The docks is where I'll be having a bunch of boats. So, gonna have to build in that direction anyway. Here we go. We have a farm. And the guy who's coveting our goods that we've made. See, there's no reason for us to actually go fishing quite yet. Let's collect some of these. Remember, these I have to break. But those I can just press L1. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So let's just do the tomatoes first. because it immediately counters going again. And we'll do the pumpkins, the melons, onions, just we're going to do all of them. Hi, Scallywag. Remember, the Scallywag is the worst creature to ever exist, and we hate them. They're a mortal enemy. That's an important thing to notice. Okay. You guys are in danger of damaging my crop, so I have to kill you now. Okay. Do you have any good traits? What's this? Holly sap. Orange birch. I actually want those. How did you... Okay, don't think I have the emeralds anyway, so kinda can't get them. But I will keep an eye on you for later. Okay. So since we're going to be doing farming, might as well talk about the recent things I've been doing. Let's see. So first piece of random news relating to me. I bought a 10 terabyte hard drive. That way I can store all my videos and all my random files on it and not have to worry about storage space for a long time. I always have an issue with my laptop where I'll constantly run out of storage space on the main C drive. And thanks to that, my computer will slow down very often. Or at least my laptop would. I'm not using my laptop for this, so it doesn't matter for that. But I don't want the same thing happening with this computer that I'm using. Nor do I want it happening with... Oh, what do you want to call it? Nor do I want it to happen because of me storing all my videos. So I decided to buy the hard drive. Somewhat amusing thing about it is the hard drive I initially tried to purchase from Amazon. They refused to actually ship it. The purchase, of course, purchase I made. The details it said was that the hard drive would be sent to me in 5 to 7, or would be delivered 5 to 7 business days after its shipping date. And after a bit over 2 weeks, they still have not got a shipping date. It was not shipped that entire time. And for that reason, I just gave up on, what's it called? On actually getting the hard drive. They refused to send it even though they had a bunch in stock, and it was annoying. So I asked Spike to get me a buy one on his account, and I'd give him money for it. He found one that was a bit more expensive than the one I was currently trying to buy. But if I was to re-buy the one I was trying to buy, it would have been more expensive because of the fact that they increased the price of it. Let's get a bunch of these. Yeah. Let's just go with this. Okay, that isn't working, so let's just do this. It would probably have been easier for me to just, you know, place some. Sweet. There we go. That's the next now. Good for that. That. I don't want about tomatoes, so let's just do this. Get more tomato seeds. We have melon seeds. I believe we have issues of melon breaking, so let's keep that. And let's get ourselves a hoe from over here. Okay. So what was I talking about? So they refused to work with me on that. They increased the price of the one that I was trying to buy, and refused to send me the one that I bought. So I canceled the order, and had to like get me one. The amount for the one he ended up getting me was like $10 more expensive than the one I was trying to get initial price, but if I were to rebuy the one I was trying to get, it would have been $80 more because I was trying to buy it during a sale. So yeah, I didn't like it. They do. Now the next thing that happened was it. Put those away. Actually, cabbage seeds should be kept up. Yeah. Next thing that they did was it. Next thing interesting about is that I bought it. I was thinking, okay, just told him to get me the cheapest one, as long as he could arrive soon. So he did. Spike pop. He's there. And I was like, okay, good. As long as it's, what's it called? As long as it was 10 terabytes of storage, I was happy with it. And he got me the cheapest one. It arrives, I look at it, and it's the one I use at work. It's the 10 terabyte hard drive I use at work. I'm like, how did I get this level of coincidence? Did I get the one that I use at work that I know exactly how to use, how to set up, and all that stuff? And all the goods and bads about already. It was a weird coincidence there. So yeah, I got that hard drive set up, and I spent a good portion of today downloading all my old streams off of YouTube. I still have a lot more to go, but got it doing that, and I'll be doing that probably for the next 2 days because of how many hours worth of streams are. And once I have those, I'll be, going through them and trying to edit them together into actual videos, not just live streams. Because while live streams are good and all, 10-minute to 30-minute videos would be much better for posting on YouTube, that's for sure. Especially if I get to edit them together. Let's get these put away. Put away the cabbages. Melons. Pumpkins. Melon seeds in here as well. There goes that. Now onions. Yeah, so that's talking about the hard drive. I know, completely boring. I guess the next thing to talk about is I got to play a few different games on stream lately. Got to finally get Black Ops 3 working on stream. Oddly enough, I found out that you cannot do PlayStation Remote Play and PlayStation Share Play at the same time. Just a random thing there. Also, hopefully people like Black Ops 3, because I plan on playing it for zombies a bit. Yeah, I know there's a lot of more recent Call of Duty games and a lot more recent zombie games. I'll get to a few of them. I have a few of them. But Black Ops 3 is the one that I have currently installed and my brother have currently installed. So we can actually play together. So I'm not playing solo. And hopefully we can actually have our friend Mark also join. Because he has some very good reactions when it comes to zombies. Him and Sean. So hope we can do that. We'll be playing that for a bit. There we go, that was the onions. So we played a game on Kino the Totem and a game on Giant. Simple enough. Let's see next. We can do the center of that. Or we can do this cactus. Let's do cactus. I'm very happy with how easy farming cactuses is right now. It's just very convenient, in honesty. There you go. Like it forces itself when placing down to not be next to another block. So I can make sure it patterns up perfectly with the torches and the other cactuses. Thanks to that, I can just hold down and go like this and just space itself out perfectly for me. And then besides that, thanks to Vein Miner, I can knock out so many at once without the risk of the cactuses falling on each, or the cactus blocks that are broken falling on the ones that are still standing. Meaning I don't have to worry about losing some. The cactus farming right now is very convenient with the mods that we have. And just the normal game features with the cactuses. Yeah. Now what do I need all these cactus for? I don't. I don't need them in the slightest. I have literally no use for them. But it's nice to have a lot of crops. It looks good for the farm. Let's see now, sugarcane. Let's go from this side. We're gonna break all the sugarcane like this. Probably gonna take us 2 walkthroughs to get all of it broken, and then 2 to 3 extra walkthroughs after that to actually pick it all up. Okay. So then, let's see, besides those, other thing I got to stream today, I did BTD 6 or Bloons Tower Defense 6. And managed to get the Advanced Challenge, Daily Challenge, and Co-op Daily Challenge all done in one stream. And they all finished up very quickly. It's rare for me to actually be able to beat the Advanced Challenges, but that one I figured out almost immediately. It was a very easy one for me to figure out. And then besides that, the other game I played today was MultiVersus. I got to play MultiVersus for the first time, and I gotta say that game surprised me. Like I was thinking, okay, this is gonna be like a TV version, or yeah, TV show version of Smash, where all the characters are from TV shows. That's all, or in movies. That's just what I was thinking about. And yeah, that's pretty much how it felt like. But on the other hand, at the same time, it wasn't just that. Because there were differences. It seemed like the movement, the attacks, the actual game feature, gameplay was all faster than Smash, that's for sure. Oh, I actually picked all of them up. That's great. Yeah, so MultiVersus, it plays faster. And then, just like Smash, every single character has their own attacks and you have to get used to them. But this time, I don't know any of them. I haven't played the game for several years. So, yeah, I'm actually playing in the dark with it. I have no idea what most of the characters do. Actually, I haven't even seen gameplay of most of the characters because I didn't look up gameplay of any of the characters. I try to avoid getting spoiled with it too much. So, I got to play it for the first time. Did the tutorial. Tutorial, you play as Shaggy, and it played exactly how I thought it would. So I was like, okay, it's just gonna be a good little fun Smash clone that happens to be free to play and cross-platform. Good things to say about free to play, cross-platform, and Smash. Those are things that I never thought would come together, and they came together very well there. Then I beat the tutorial, I'm like, okay. Then came me actually trying to figure out the UI. And for some reason, for like 3 minutes straight, I couldn't find the play button for actually starting a battle. And this was a big issue because there was a huge orange square, or not square, rectangle, at the bottom of the screen, bottom center, a huge one that said play on it. And I couldn't see it, or I couldn't take note of it, for like 3 minutes straight. I was a fucking idiot. I was fucking blind. I don't get it. I feel like, why did I not see it for so fucking long? I'm actually confused about it still. Because it was very obvious where it was. Yeah, so played that. Started off. You start off with, I think, 1 to 2 characters unlocked, maybe more. And you then have to unlock the other characters through, I think, the coin system that you earn by playing the game. Not a microtransaction, you buy it. There is a microtransaction section in it, of course, but the coin system is the one that is related to like points that you earn in the game. Has nothing to do with I don't believe you can buy the points. You can buy a different type of points, but not for that. Yeah, but that. So I got to play that. Enjoy. Oh, I got the coin system that you need to use to actually get the characters. And it doesn't seem like any of the characters actually is too expensive. After playing a few games of it, not even for too long, I'm able to buy 3 of the characters. So, some of them it'll probably take a bit for me to unlock. Actually, it'll take a bit for me to get all the characters because it costs. They don't cost money, they cost the points, but I'm going to have to earn the points, and every time I buy one with the points, then the next one's going to be just waiting. And I'll have to restart from the lower amount of points again, over and over. But they do have daily challenges that you can complete to earn those points as well, a bit faster, and you earn the points just by playing as well. So, the game is giving you the points quite quickly. So I should be able to get them eventually. It'll give me the chance to actually play with each of the characters I have unlocked. The characters I got to play as so far is Arya Stark from Game of Thrones, Wonder Woman from DC, uh, Batman from DC, uh, Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. I got to play him in the tutorial, I should mention. And then the other characters that I had the chance to play but I chose not to was Steven Universe from Steven Universe. And what else? Can I compose you? No, you cannot. You can go. I believe there was another character I had access to play it. Yeah, that's it for my scene. So I got to play as those characters. Of all of them, I can say without doubt, Arya Stark was the one I didn't like the most. But rather, I didn't like Arya Stark. And the one I liked the most of them was definitely, probably Batman. He was the most enjoyable play. Wonder Woman was a good middle ground between them. And Shaggy I didn't get to play as enough because it was just a tutorial. Now, on the other hand, the characters I fought against... Oh, that was... It's going to take a while for me to get used to those things. Because not only was I didn't know how I played, I didn't know really the moves of the characters I was playing as. I didn't really know the moves of the characters I was fighting. So I was completely not prepared. I played against Superman, Shaggy, Tom and Jerry, and was there anyone else? Oh yeah, and Garnet. Those are the characters I played against. And my god, the most annoying to fight against was Superman. That was the first one I played against. By the way, I should say it. I decided to start playing against the bots first because I assumed the bots would be easier to deal with than actual players. Oh hell no! No 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 no! The bots crush. They are fucking overpowered. They are aggressive as all hell. The bots are in danger. I must say, I do not suggest going against bots. They are very aggressive, very strong. They're better than... Well, I got to play against an actual player after I did a few games against bots. The actual player was worse than bots, even though he was higher level than. Like the first thing I did, first fight I did after the tutorial, went against bot, and it's like, okay, I'm level 1, and puts me up against a level 2 Superman. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Just level 2. Should be easy enough. Oh, hell no. It's just one level above me. I'm assuming something along the lines of Smash, where it's like, okay, if you want a decent challenge, it must be... Well, it's like a rank from level 1 to level 10, and if you want a okay challenge, you want them to be good, it's like level 5. And then anything above level 5, they actually are good fighters, and they'll give you a decent challenge or a hard challenge. No. A level 2 was already an extreme challenge. An extreme challenge. That's only one level above me at level 1. I got fucking wrecked. Crushed. Like, I didn't stand much of a fucking chance there. But Superman, the bot for Superman crushed me. There's no question on that. And then against Garnet, the next bot I fought against, used Garnet. I believe I did end up winning, but I was level 2 at that point, and the Garnet was level 1. So it switched. I should say, I did rematches against them. And yeah, the Superman bot beat me multiple times. I believe maybe Garnet won the first time, and then I won the second time, but I do not remember. Then I went and fought against Tom and Jerry, another bot, and that was my first one using Batman. Oh, Batman is much better than, in my opinion, than Wonder Woman or Arya Stark. Very much enjoyed that. But Tom and Jerry is difficult to fight against. Because it's you're fighting against Tom, but if you get in, Tom can throw Jerry. If you get in between Tom and Jerry, you're likely to get hit by attacks from either side or whatever's connecting it. You have to be on side. You need to have Jerry. No, you need to have Tom in between you two. You can't hit Jerry. So you want to be on that way. And holy shit, they're difficult. They set up traps. They throw things. They launch things. They toss things back and forth. They toss each other, or they toss, or Tom tosses Jerry. The characters are difficult there, but they are a complex one. If I was to compare them to anything, I'd compare them to Ice Climbers, with a little mixture of Villager in it when it comes to Smash characters. Yeah. See, how is this going so far? A tin can, a box, and a few fish. Yeah. That seems fine. Yeah. After defeating, or did it beat them? I don't remember if I won or not against Tom and Jerry. But it was intense. Like, lately I've been playing games and like, okay, I'll just sit here and just don't react when playing. But holy shit, was I getting worked up. I actually fucking celebrated. I shouted when I won battles and when I knocked out the opposing characters. When I actually won, when I actually killed someone, I was fucking happy. I was excited. I was celebrating. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be playing MultiVersus more. That's enjoyable. It got me competitive, that's for sure. Then besides that, I also, after that, I played against the only human player I did. Just one game. And I played against him. I chose Batman again because I liked how Batman played against Tom and Jerry. And they picked Shaggy. Immediately I was like, okay, I'm a level 1 or level 2. I believe I was level 2 at that time. And they're level 3, so they're one level above me. They're as strong as the strongest level, what do you want to call it? Strongest level bot I fought. And they're also human characters, or human players, so they're going to be doing much better than the bots. And they have had more time with the characters, so I'm going to be crushed. And they've actually unlocked the characters, so yeah, I'm definitely going to be crushed. That's what I was thinking all the way through. And yeah, that was a very intense battle. But I managed to get the first kill. You have 2 lives in it. Oh, I managed to take out Shaggy. And then the second one, they immediately knocked me out afterwards. So it's basically we're even. Both of us have final lives. And in comes the most intense battle with I'm learning more and more about how to actually play as Batman. And maybe they were learning how to play as Shaggy as well. hell yeah, that was a tense one. I got very into it, and I somehow just barely won at the end. I believe like I had like 90 damage or some high amount of damage, where if they got a good launch attack against me, I was dead as well. It was a very close match. But I did manage to beat them. Like, they played way worse than the bots. Hell, so did I though. But either way, the bots are fucking insane, and that game is very, very intense. It gets me competitive, that's for sure. I'm definitely going to be playing that more often. I believe MultiVersus is going to be a game that I actually play off stream and on stream. Minecraft, I decide I'm going to be playing this server on stream all the time. Whenever I'm on the server, I'm on stream. But Minecraft, that's how it's going to be. On the server, I'm on stream. Okay then. Oh, he didn't drop anything. But that's what I'm going to be playing whenever I want to. Whenever I can. I think I was questioning on playing Kingdom Hearts on stream, but I decided not to. What was that? A Ryu Turtle. Okay then. I look forward to playing more. Like it reminds me of a mixture between Super Smash Bros. And Fortnite. They have the gameplay formula, or what's the actual, the structural formula of Fortnite, but the gameplay of Smash Bros. But plus a bit more speed. That's just how I feel like I could call it right now. So I'm definitely going to be playing that more. Highly suggested. MultiVersus, it's cross-platform, it's free to play on every console that I know of. Hell, I have it installed on my PlayStation 5 and on my PC. So I highly suggest it. If you can, play with a friend as well. Because from what I saw, the game modes are 1v1 against either a random player, a friend, or a bot. 2v2, where you play with a bot against bots, play with a friend against bots, or play with a friend or a random player against more friends or more random players. You can do that. And then there's also a free-for-all. I believe it's either a 1v1 free-for-all or a 1v1v1v1, a 4-player free-for-all. I wanted to do a 4-player free-for-all, but I believe I accidentally selected the 1v1 free-for-all. But that's a 1v1 isn't very... It is a free-for-all, but it's just a 1v1. Free-for-all means there's more than 2. At least in my mind. But yeah, I highly suggest it. Very fun game. I also suggest playing it on probably... Well, you can play it using a keyboard and mouse, or you... Actually, probably not with a mouse. You can play with a keyboard, or you can play it with a controller. I was playing with a controller there. Also, I did the tutorial, but I didn't do the advanced tutorials. I highly suggest doing the advanced tutorials because there's definitely a lot of stuff I need to figure out. They'll actually probably do a tutorial, play a few games, and then do the advanced tutorials just so you can get used to it and then mess around. So you get used to the basic controls, mess around, then actually get used to everything. I'm probably going to have to revisit the tutorials a few times. Not the original one, but the advanced tutorials that go over everything else. Okay, I feel like that zombie's going to turn into a drowned because he's not exactly swimming that well. Is that how it works? I feel like zombies turn into drowned if they drown. But I'm not sure. Also, if I remember correctly, fish are supposed to bite more quickly when it's raining. So this is nice. Yeah, now it's a drowned. See? Yeah, mending has fixed our fishing rod. That's good. But I like the fact that I don't have to actually worry about what's behind me when I'm fishing here. This entire area is spawn proof. The only thing that would spawn in here that could hurt me won't hurt me because they're Endermen. Or they wouldn't spawn there, they would teleport in. And since I'm not facing them, they have no reason to attack me. I really like the setup for this farm. So far on the server, I built 3 things. I built a house, I built a underground storage room, and I built a floating farm. And of them, I believe the floating farm is my best build of the 3, and the one I like the most. The house, I feel like I made it tall enough, but I didn't make it wide enough. Like there should be more space in it, in my opinion. And that's on me there. Uh, now so that one has some issues. Also, because of the vines and what do you call it? The vines and the leaves, it looks a bit over the. I wish I could actually set it so the vines stop going at a certain point. And let's see. If I could do that, that'd make it look better. Then last thing, because the vines go too quickly. Last thing is that I like the look of the vines and the leaves when it's green, and when it's orange, I do not like it when it's just dead. I don't like it being brown. And yet, it seems like it's dead more often than not. That's an issue with the seasons mod there, though. I wonder if we turned off the season mods, would all these, or would they be, which of the colors would they actually be in that biome? I hope they would be green, but as long as they're not brown, then I would approve of the seasons mod being turned off. Or at the bare minimum, I'd love for seasons mod to be slowed, where you can actually just set the different seasons to be like, okay, summer goes on for, say, 10 Minecraft days. Actually, let's say all of them start up and they go off for 5 Minecraft days. And then you increase summer and spring to 10. But you have winter and fall be still 5. Because I want those ones to be a bit less often. Fishing's going well. So yeah, I do want that changed. And I was talking about that build. That's the issues I have with it. Now, issues I have is the storage room. It's not complete and it's a bit too far away from everything. I need to actually get a quicker way to it. And I will make a quick way to it soon. I'll make a building over there that basically will be the entrance to the storage room. The storage room currently has set up for it to have 2 entrances. What the hell is that? Neptune's Bounty. It's a cool looking block. Algae. Okay. Driftwood. I don't know the purpose of driftwood. And Neptune's Bow. Makes arrow go smoothly through water. That is good. So this is a chest. A cool looking chest. Okay, so you break it with a pickaxe. Good to know. Yeah, I am definitely keeping that. Wait a second. What thing? Okay, it doesn't hold it once you... It doesn't work like a shulker box, it works like a normal chest. Want to see that. Want to get more of those because Neptune... Those chests look real good. I want to actually use them. Without doubt there. And I'm hearing a lot of noises outside, you know. Yeah. Okay, so issue is that it's not complete, that build, and oh yeah, that's it's not complete because I still need to actually get a few more iron plates and actually get the different items. I need to finish the sorting of everything. The house is not complete because the inside is not complete. So it's not decorated. The top is complete, the outside is complete. Or the top floor, outside is complete. But the inside rooms are not complete yet. And I want to do that. And yet the storage room needs to have a quicker way to get into it. And I still need to actually redo those tunnels a bit. Because right now the tunnels do not really work though. It's just one long tunnel. And it's going to be a network. Yep. Okay, let's see these guys. Do I have default yet? I feel like I should break these right now. Let's just put this down and fill it with all the fishing stuff I've gotten so far. Tossing that in. This can wait here. And yep, let's get ourselves some wheat and then we will go over to the cow farm. Like usually these videos on Minecraft I'm trying to make a large amount of progress. Right now I just want to enjoy the game. Just do some nice peaceful stuff. We're going to continue working on the projects very soon. Rather, we're going to start the next big project while doing some minute finishing of details of the rest of them. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do besides this. Right now, I've decided that I'm going to be working on doing fishing and farming for most of the stream. But besides that, maybe I'll just go put more stuff inside my house. Or maybe make more item frames and work on the storage room. Just do a little bit more of the minute details. It's not really worth a full stream towards them. Can do that. That'd be actually nice to do. Is any of these already grown? Yeah, the polygon ones are a bit whiter or lighter, either of those. Here, let's put away the seeds first. Then we want to take 2 sacks with us. Yep. Oh, time to go breed the cows and then kill some cows. I should probably add another farm over here sometime soon. But right now it's just cow farm. After all, cows are the only farm I need right now. Breed all these. We start off with 2 stacks of 64. Hopefully we end up with 0 wheat. And there goes 1 stack. Let's go to another. Most of the way through the 2nd stack already. Just 10 more. Come on. There we go. Now let's run around and collect as much XP as we can get before we start killing off cows. There's way too many at this point, which is great. It's way too many, especially around the edges. The center, there isn't really too many. You can tell there's way too many when they start to actually climb the hay bales. Let's see. Oh, actually, let's kill just 1 or 2 first. There we go. We're level 30. We'll come back in a minute. First things first. Let's do enchantment. Since we're back to level 30, might as well get a max level enchantment. Also, since it's about to be nighttime, this is a good time to go. You see, I like that when I added leaves on top of there, thought, okay, this might not look good. It does. But the vines are just too overgrown right now. That's my one issue right now. There. And here. See, that looks much better. Just like that. Just gonna close those. Let's figure out what we're going to enchant. Options. We have a pickaxe. We have a book. And what else is there? I guess we can take off the armor and see if any of them works, but probably not really worth it. Diamond armor would be worth it. Actually, yeah, if one of either the iron boots or iron helmet shows a very good enchantment, I might switch to make the diamond into a diamond tool. Same with these. I'd go ahead and make a diamond tool that works as it. So let's see. Let's start off with the pickaxe. Silk Touch. That is very good. Silk Touch for the shovel as well. Aqua Affinity. That's nice. Breaking. Breaking. Depth Strike. This is the issue. Because Depth Strider is extremely good for me to have right now. And so is Silk Touch. Those are two things I really want. So let's put these up here. Those are right now the ones I'm looking for the most. See a book. Fortune. Fortune is probably the best one of those. God damn it. This was Silk Touch, right? Yeah. Let's see, sword. Knockback, yeah, sword doesn't matter there. Let's see an axe. Silk Touch for the axe as well. Fishing rod's already enchanted, so I can't check that. So we have Fortune 2, Depth Strider 2, Silk Touch, and Silk Touch. Would I want Silk Touch on a pickaxe, Silk Touch on a shovel? Actually, probably Silk Touch on a shovel would be better than Silk Touch on a pickaxe, in my opinion. I'm not sure. Other thing, how high do these enchantments go? Enchantments. Okay. Looking up on the Minecraft wiki. Okay, so let's see. The first one that we're looking at is Fortune. What's the highest fortune you can get? Fortune can go up to 3. So that's not the best you can get. Depth Strider. Depth Strider can go up to 3 as well. So this is not the best either. Silk Touch can go up to 1. That doesn't help me enough, so I'm leaning towards doing the book. Just these are I have 4 extremely useful options right now. That's good. Let's do the book. Which also I need to have some lapis lazuli as well. Just Fortune 2. Well, still 5%. Let's see. I didn't bring another book, but let's just check these. Fire protection, we can ignore that. Protection, fire protection, fire protection. Okay, so it's not going to be armor next time. Then let's see, Iron Shovel. Efficiency 4, that's very good. Efficiency 4, very good for both. I might go with Efficiency 4 for the Diamond Pickaxe. And let's see you. For Axe as well, that's very good. Sharpness, that is extremely good for it. I'm getting very good luck with this right now. Let's put these away. So, see, soul speed, fortune, unbreaking, and sharpness. Let's move you out of here. Okay, I want to see what's the highest you can get for soul speed. Soul speed can go up to 3. I have soul speed 1 on a book, and I have soul speed 1 on boots, so I can combine that to 2. That helps for movement speed on soul sand and soul soil, not on anything else, and I don't really think I need to worry about that. But heck, it's not mutually exclusive with anything, so I'm fine with that. Okay, let's put this way. In tools. Okay. Let's keep those in my inventory. Is there anything else good for cooking? Yeah, we got Fortune 2 now. Oh, let's sleep. We're gonna sleep away tonight, and then we're gonna kill some cows. There, you go, got some experience from them. So we got some good luck with enchantments coming up. We just had some, and we're going to get some more. Experience though is definitely going to be something I'm going to have to work on. Also, mining. I know how to mine when it comes to the previous versions of Minecraft, when it comes to how to get the best results, how to get as many diamonds as possible, all that stuff. But it has changed because there's no longer a Y level limit of 0. And let's get. There. Did I just hit the baby? That's not my intention. kill all the cows that we can. Well, not all of them, but you know what I mean. I wish I had looting and what's it called? High aspect on this. Well, we do have a sword with fire aspect, so I could do that. At 51 leather, let's just keep going till we get 64 leather like usual. Man, let's keep paying leather. Just 2 more. 1 more leather is needed. There you go. All the leather needed. Oh my god, these cows. Yeah, we got 2.5 stacks of raw beef with it. That's good for us. Thanks to all the leather we have, we can use that later on for making more, what do you call it, item frames. With more item frames, we can have all the, what do you call it, all the different tool chests labeled, all the different war chests labeled, etc, etc, etc. Let's start fishing again. On, give me a fish. To anyone that doesn't have one but can afford one, I highly suggest getting a mini fridge for your room. It's very convenient. I know, like, some people think, oh, if I get a mini fridge for my room, I'll just go ahead and get fat so quickly. Just, well, just have some self-control, I would say. You don't get fat from having a mini fridge in your room. You do, however, if you're fat, you do get a mini fridge in your room. There's a difference. You don't get fat from having a mini fridge, but you do get fat from having one. No, you do get one because you're fat. There's a difference there. But having one is extremely convenient, and you can stock it with whatever you want. Mine currently, I used to go ahead and stock it with leftovers, but mine currently has it has a freezer and a refrigerator section. The freezer section has ice cream and pizza in it, while the refrigerator section just has Gatorade Zeros, which are the 0-calorie Gatorade, 0-calorie, 5-calorie, 0 sugar Gatorades, and some diet sodas and water. So depending on what you put in there will decide how healthy it is for you, but that's obvious. You don't have to actually stock a mini fridge with the most unhealthy stuff, and you can still enjoy it. Yeah, just want to say that. Just check. Yep, no one's online right now. Oh yeah. So speaking of people being online, so the friendly fox is not going to be on, or has not been for a while, and won't be on for a while, because he's currently in the UK. Give me a second, just realized you don't have these chat. Okay. Alex never joined, which I'm so fine with, because he's the type of person that, if you classify different types of players when it comes to Minecraft, he fits right in the line with Griefer. That fits him perfectly. Uh, then Spike only plays when Nathan is playing, essentially. And actually, no, sometimes he'll play when other people play. But he's just busy in general. He will mostly play on the weekends. But he has a 9 to 5 job, and he's still doing work with his previous job. Because he wants to finish the projects with them. So yes, Spike is very busy, so he doesn't play this too often. But he does play it often enough on the weekends. Then the next one, Nathan. Well, he's not busy per se. It's just he gets distracted, and you just need to actually get him started in playing, and he'll play for a while. But he's just not on right now. He'll be on later, or this time or that time. I don't know what's up with him, but yeah. I feel like getting him onto the server requires someone else to be playing as well, essentially. Okay, then Epic 115. Well, he was on earlier today, and him and I are essentially the ones that are on the most. We're on nearly every day, essentially. So you guys see exactly when I'm on, since I record all of it. But yeah, he's on very often. Let's see, who else is it? Oh yeah, we have a new player coming in, Charles. He used to be a roommate that lived in this house, but moved out because he no longer goes to school in the same area here. Well, no one in this household goes to school there anymore, but the reason why I was in this area was because of school. So, in order to get him to join, oddly enough, he has played Minecraft before, but that was pretty much on my PS4 when I had it in the common area of a dorm, or the university dorms. That's when he got to play, and he played a lot at that time. He loved it. Very fun. In my opinion, I think he had a lot of fun. I know I did. And heck, he actually he would build a big base when it comes to it. But yeah, he will be joining. But he didn't have Minecraft on the PC. So a few days ago, I bought him it so that he would play. He has played, I think, once or twice on Minecraft since I bought it to him, but he also has to get the mods installed, and waiting for him to actually have free time so Spike and I can walk him through the process of installing the mods and CurseForge and all that stuff so that he can get on the server. Once he has the free time for that, we'll do that, and then he'll be playing here as well. And that's gonna be fun. I enjoy actually playing with him. I feel like he will join me and the Epic 115 in being the ones that play often. There's still other people I want to ask to join, but haven't gotten around to asking them. We'll get Charles on first. Hiccups. You know, in vanilla Minecraft, it seems like there'd be more non-fish drops than what I'm getting right now. But because we're modded, I feel like speak of the devil. Thorns and backstabbing. What the hell is backstabbing? But thorns, I believe, only go up to 2, so that's very good. The issue with thorns is that every time it activates, it uses up durability as well. So I need to get, if I'm going to put down a piece of armor, I need to get mending on that armor as well. And preferably unbreaking with it. Yeah, just things there. Alright, for those that don't know, the Thorns enchantment, what it does is essentially every time it's attached to a piece of armor, and if someone wearing that armor receives damage from someone attacking it or a mob attacking it, that mob or person will receive some of the damage back as well. Like, think of it as making someone's armor out of a cactus. You can touch it, but you'll hurt yourself as well. Nice thing there. Uh, so anything I want to mention, for people watching this video later on YouTube, they might not notice this, but this is actually part 3 of the stream that I'm doing right now. This is a long stream. On YouTube, I'm breaking up into the different games I'm playing. But on Twitch, it's just one long live stream. So, let's go. On Twitch, this has been going on for over 4 hours. And I've played, what's it called? Bloon Tower Defense 6, MultiVersus, and now Minecraft on one stream. So I am running out of like mental fuel, being able to talk, being able to do that stuff. I'm running out of it right now. But on the other hand, this is part 3 for today. But anyone watching on YouTube, they'll be seeing it as the first video essentially. Just a random thing there. I enjoy fishing. It's nice. It's peaceful. Oh yeah, this just reminded me. So I read manga, manhwas, all those. In case I leave those a lot. For people that don't know what those are, a manga is like a comic book made in Japan that is completely black and white. That's what a manga is usually. Sometimes there'll be a color page here or there, but it's almost always completely black and white. Yeah, that's essentially what a manga is. It's basically a comic book separated weekly or monthly or bi-monthly chapters that come out, and they tell a long story usually. The length of the story depends on the story, of course, but some of them go like, oh, we'll just go 12 chapters or 25 chapters, 50 chapters, and then some will go a few hundred or even up to 1,000. So those are rarer. With that being said, so that's uh, let's say like if a manga that is out for like goes out and releases a chapter every week will end up in a year having around 50 chapters or so. Usually a bit less because they take the artists that do the chapters need to take a break every once in a while, you know. But yeah, they will be released like that. And then the ones that have like one chapter a month, of course, will just end up with like 12 chapters a year. And for both of them, it takes a long time for them to actually complete the story. So usually several years for each story. I just wanted to give that as like a summary of what manga is. With that being said, that's a manga, basically Japanese black and white comic. Then there's a manhwa, which if I'm trying to remember, there's manhua, which is ends with a HUA, and there's manhwa, which is a HWA. One is a Korean manga, and one is a Chinese manga. I forget which is which. So, with that being said, I read those often. And why is this related to fishing? Well, because the most recent one I just saw pop up was, and I read, was a Korean manga, or Korean manhwa, whichever one it is, called Survival as a Fish. It is a very weird fucking concept for it. So let me, how do I explain it easier? Oh yeah, other thing mentioned. While mangas are usually black and white, manhwas and manhwas both often have color. Different levels. Like the Korean ones are basically webtoons that are designed to be read on someone's phone and scrolled up, so they are in color and they designed differently. While a manga is designed to be read in a book or a magazine essentially, so they are in black and white, basically ink size or style. I don't know what goes on with the Chinese one in all honesty, but it usually has color as well. But yeah, so the one I'm talking about, Survival as Fish, is in color. I should mention that it's a webtoon style one, Korean, and the premise of it is very interesting. So there is this guy who is the CEO, or he's a father and the CEO of a Korean company. Basically, I think Samsung, but not actually Samsung. They have to name it slightly different, but it's supposed to be the referencing Samsung when it comes to the company. So he's the CEO of it. He's husband and father, but he focuses way too much on work and doesn't really give them the love and attention that they need. So, the premise of the story is he's not honestly a bad person to his family, to his co-workers as well. He's too focused on work and getting money. And so he has a meeting with a friend that works for him, pretty much his partner, or his business partner. And his business partner betrays him and has him killed. Yeah. Okay, I have to deal with it. I do not want this burning on. Okay, so the lightning strike fires all off. Okay, so there's this guy. The business partner, has him killed. Uh, and a voice appears in his head as he is dying. He gets hit over the head with a bat and then chucked in the ocean with something like, I'm guessing, cement block around his one of his legs so that he sinks to the ground in a lake or a river or something like that. And so he's gonna die of drowning. And then voice appears in head, essentially, let's just say the voice of God, asking him if he wants to have another chance at life. So he says yes. And it tells him to pick his species. And all the species options are fish. So he's confused about why it's all fish, but he has to go with it. Wait, why am I... Let me put away some of these fish. So he doesn't pick one, and so the mystical voice picks one for him. Let's get these spread out like that. Let's do that same for here. Yeah, so the voice picks one and he becomes a big mouse bass. And he has to learn how to survive as a fish in a lake. There's this weird leveling system like a video game where he levels up by gaining experience, and he gains experience by eating. He can either eat like plankton and then he can start eating bigger things eventually. But he gains experience by eating. And then when he levels up, he goes a bit bigger. And I believe he also has stats. And the stats that he has improve as he goes, or he levels up as well. The story, by the way, is like only 12 or 13 chapters in so far. And they're weekly. So they're not too long. So can get to reading this in like 1 to 2 hours. You can get caught up to date. But back to it. So what is it called? Let's grab those. Yeah, that's what I need for that. Let's grab this and this just in case. So he also has a set of skills. They are, well, with skills related to fish that help him in survival. Okay, efficiency, sharpness, efficiency. Potato recovery 3. What the hell does that mean? Okay, I'm gonna look this one up right now. Potato recovery 3. When enchanted with potato recovery. Okay, this is for the potato cannon only. What the fucking hell? Okay, first off, apparently there's a potato cannon. I think this is for the crate mod. Okay. So, potato cannon can be enchanted with looting, unbreaking, power, punch, curse of vanishing, mending, and flame. When enchanted with potato recovery, ammo has a chance to drop as an item on hit. The chance of ammo being dropped is 25% for potato recovery 1, 33% for potato recovery 3, and 50% potato recovery 3. Okay, so if you have potato recovery on a potato cannon, it will, first off, you'll shoot a potato, and when it hits them, potato recovery 1 will give you, out of every 4 hits, you'll get 1 potato back, while potato recovery 3, every 2 hits, you get 1 back. Easily, what the fuck? That's weird. I just realized you can also make a bow and fishing rod. I only have 1 there. Is there some outside? Okay, so back to Swing. So he has levels, he has skills, he has to level up. And so that's the premise of the story. The premise of his goal, what to do, all that stuff. So he actually is given a tutorial mission, essentially level up once and then level up the second time, essentially, or survive through the day, something like that. I should have grabbed an enchantment, not a crafting table. What is it? So he has missions. Those tutorial missions are the ones I just mentioned. So like the fact that he is able to gain experience by eating, so can other fish, and they try to eat him. And he is very low level at first because, but he's still very low level. Okay, flame. Okay, that's interesting. Unbreaking. I already have that, so that's not needed. I feel like I should go with diamond pickaxe for this one. Yes! There we go. That is very, very good. Efficiency 4, fortune 3, and unbreaking 3. So it's not going to break very quickly. It will get us as many diamonds and as many ores as we want. And it will break stuff very fast. That is exactly what we wanted from it. That's the best case scenario when we were picking that with efficiency 4. Hell yeah. Now if we can get mending on it, that'll be a perfect pickaxe. That's good. Sauce this up here as well. Bring this back down. There. Get some of you cooking. No, fuck. I took it out for a second, so it's gonna need that. Let's see, don't need all these in here. Yeah. That was a very lucky one. Good. Let's take these off, and we're going to check what our next enchantment will be. I don't think we need to check the pickaxe, but might as well. Unbreaking, ignore that. Same, ignore it. Ignore it. Protection 4, that is so far the best, is Iron Helmet. Power 4, that is very good as well. Breaking 3, doesn't matter. That. Fish 4, also we don't care about Fish 3 with that. Looting. Looting 3 is very good. That reminds me. This is fire aspect, Banos pods. Sorry to the fire aspect, but I'm gonna be getting rid of you. Why? Okay, I am hoping, I'm very much hoping that you have looting 3 and sharpness 4. Let's try next one. Efficiency, efficiency, X. Okay, so most likely it's going to be one of these 3. Let's just put you here. Yeah, put it back in the chest like usual. You go back, you go back. Oh, where are you guys? There we go. Okay, so, what? Okay, so after he finished those tutorial missions, he has to, what is it called? He gets given the main mission, which is the mission to have a reward for him. And the reward for him is he gets 1 wish. And so you have 2 options for this mission. Oh, you have 2 missions actually. Be the last survivor, or defeat all the bosses. So, to give context, inside this river, or this river slash pond slash lake that they're in, there are like 8 or so bosses, just extremely powerful fish or aquatic life that are in there. And he has to, look, they have to all be defeated for him to get his wish. The other option is for him to be the last survivor, which then brings in the fact that there are actually other, I guess, aquatic life or fish. Rather, there's other humans that have died and been reborn as fish that are there as well. And so he has the option. So he gets the option. Does he try to take out them? Or does he try to take out the boss, or does he try to take out the other survivors? And that's pretty much as far as it's gotten. That's basically the concept. Here we go. Let's do another stack. Here, 51. Just place these for now. There we go. This one. This one's fishing rods. Okay. Out there. Let's see. This one. This bows. Let's do this one. It's nearly broken. This one is arrows. This one would be crossbows. Just place the one crossbow I have there. This one would be shields. Let's do the one that's nearly broken. Flint and steel. Water bucket. Lava bucket. Just buckets in general. A shield. This one's compasses. Those should be clocks. This was already done. Yeah, here. So that's not what it's supposed to be. For the lead. Okay, the boat. Okay, this one has something in it, so let's do that as well. Saddle. Okay. Torches. Glass bottles. There's still more to go. That's what's out there. Let's just do this one more row. There we go. So this one is going to be, this is all the tools. If I remember correctly, we're doing greenery over there, mob drops over there, and then ores over there. Haven't added that yet, but I'm gonna assume they're doing 2 rows here. Just assumption there. So it will be mob drops, so let's do this. Also, you can do all of these. There we go. Now we have 13 more. There's gonna be a lot of mob drops. Actually, let's just check. Where else the mob drops starting off at? Okay, as far as ores, let's start off there. As far as ores, we start with coal, charcoal, diamond, that's 3. Emerald, lapis, nether quartz, amethyst, iron, copper, gold, netherite. Those are the standard ores, and I believe there are more that will come in later. I guess I'll also, no, I'm not going to toss brick in there, or clay, because those are already there, those ones. Slime, here, this is the first one, right? Yes, the first one. As far as mob drops that are not food related, we're gonna have string, feathers, gunpowder, let's see, leather, slime ball, bone, ender pearl, blaze rod, gas tier, spider eye. I'm going to be doing that's not put in food section, so I'm going to be putting it over here. So I did blaze rod, that's what blaze power will be. Magma cream will be one of them as well. And then there's other mobs that will come from these different mods that will also add into these as well. Okay, this one's not added in, but prismarine shard, prismarine crystals, rabbit's foot, rabbit's hide. Those are all more mob drops. Oh, this is definitely going to be in the tool section. Totem of Undyings. Yep. Also, get the main brains on the tool section. Not tool section, mob drop section. And then we're actually officially into the modded section. So this is a decent map. I think I should go with hostile mobs first, then non-hostile mobs after. And we're going to have a large section when it comes to the last one of the non-hostile mobs that I want to do will probably be wool from sheep. And the reason for that is very simple. Let's get this. Because there's so many variations when it comes to it. Fix that. We've got 13. And everybody sees over here. Okay. So we're going to start with flint, coal, charcoal. Sorry, flint, charcoal, coal. Iron, gold. You know what, let's do that in reverse order. This one will start off with flint. Because I do not want the first thing for people to go for right here will be diamond. I do not want that. And also putting away some of that. Okay, let's go by the farm again. See how that's going. If our wheat farm is fully grown, that'd be great. If it's not, then okay. Okay, wheat farm is definitely not fully grown. Let's spend a bit more time here. Oh yeah, so you. Neptune's bow, that's going in the bow section, that's for sure. Why did I take you with me? Do I go ahead and harvest any of these? This one I could probably harvest. I don't feel like it's the right thing to harvest some of these though. I want them to be fully grown for harvest. And okay, a lot of these are fully grown already. So let's do that. We'll be harvesting some more crops. So speaking of different mangas I've read, of course, there was one about fishing when I was doing that. There's of course a few that are about there's quite a few about video game, and there's quite a few about farming. Oh, there's actually one that is very similar to Minecraft, where it's like, okay, guy wakes up in the world, he's up being born new into the world like a baby. He just wakes up world fully grown, and just essentially has to start civilization by himself. he's in a forest, and he has to survive in the forest and make his own world, or his own town, and all that stuff. He builds a house, makes a farm and all this random shit. And it just goes day by day. He just keeps on trying to make progress. And of course, just like with Minecraft, as you play longer and longer, and you start to develop a city, maybe other people see it and want to join, so he lets people join the city. And as it continues, he becomes the mayor of the city, or the town chief, or something like that. I don't really remember the naming scheme of it, exactly was. But yeah, so just like with Minecraft, you go on for long enough in a multiplayer section, and they start doing roleplay of who is the leader of the village and stuff like that. So just like a Minecraft making an SMP. It was a neat little, like, not even though. It was a neat manga. Nice story. I will say it was kind of boring. And I lost track of how many years the story apparently spanned because it was going over about how the seasons change and seasons change. Like, okay, it feels like it's already been to 20 or 30 seasons and like so many years. How? But the main character hasn't changed in appearance in the slightest, nor has any of the other characters changed in appearance in the slightest. It is odd on that part. There we go. Those two done. Let's do this again. Of course, there's ones like that. That is very similar to like Minecraft, the manga. There are of course others where they just focus on a guy that has just wants to farm. There's quite a few of those. And they do random things to make them a bit unique. So like, oh, this guy's in a fantasy world and this guy used to be a hero. Well, this guy has some amazing powers when it comes to growing stuff. They're like, okay, but the main focus is he just wants to farm instead. They always do weird things like that. They want to make themselves stand out. But by trying to make themselves stand out, they actually just hurt themselves, make it like they have a gimmick. Yeah. I don't believe there are any mangas I know that are just about killing cows, though. So I don't think when I'm dealing with the cows, I'm gonna suddenly remember a manga to talk about there. Let's deal with tomatoes first, since some of the onions aren't grown yet. Ooh. Yeah, I'm nearly done for the night. So let's get this done. I'm gonna do this farm. I want to breed the cows one more time. No need to run doing this. So since I've been talking about stuff in this video, so far I've been talking about video games I've been playing, mangas I've been reading, what I'm doing currently in this, and then some or what's going on currently in my life, I realized since I talk about both video games and manga, I also have to mention I do love movies, and I realized what does all those things have in common? If you want to get a grasp of what I actually like, it's simple. I like quality media. Like, not like news, that's bullshit. I don't care about that. So, what I mean is something that is like a video game that is very enjoyable to play. That's some quality stuff. Or just has a great story. If something has a great story and can portray it in a way that I like, well, I'll love it. Hell, the way they portray it could be complete shit. But if the game, let's say I'm playing a game, the gameplay can absolutely suck, but if the story is good enough, I probably will still play it. Or at least I'll go ahead and look it up online, a playthrough, so I can enjoy the story. But then same can go with the gameplay. If the gameplay is good enough, I could completely ignore a completely shit story. As long as it has something of good quality, I'll go with it for video games. When it comes to manga, usually, they need to have a good story. They need to have a good character. They need to have a bunch of stuff for me to actually keep with them for a while. But then I realize there are some that I do continue to read, and I really shouldn't because they aren't quality. They just have a slight level of enjoyment. They give me the slight boost of dopamine that I want reading them. Where they just have or maybe they have just a gimmick that I'm like, oh, I'll just see how they take it, how they continue with this gimmick. So there's a few like that. But in truth, I like media when it gives quality, or it has quality. And there's a lot that has quality. Because this one's onions. We nearly have this double chest filled up. When we do, we'll move a bunch of it into the storage room. Let's do pumpkins. Once we have the onions double chest out here and inside completely filled, then we'll just completely ignore the onions again. Just as mentioned, I can say the same thing about movies and TV shows. If something has uh there we go. As long as it has some part of it of high quality, I can ignore other parts of low quality. I really do like media that is just of good quality in general. A good movie with good story and that stuff. I love it. Love watching good movies. Has good action, like it. Has good storytelling, like it. Put that way. This time I'm just gonna get rid of it. As long as it offers something of quality, but especially if it has more than just one thing of quality. I love it. Oh, I missed that I had one more sack. Oh, whatever. That's good for now, is that one. Let's do lettuce or the cabbage next. actually, since I've been talking about everything, might as well talk about a recent movie I saw. Right now, no, I'll talk about that uh later. I don't want it to actually be spoiling stuff for you guys. Since this, I'll say this. I recently saw. I won't. This will be a spoiler review for it. I recently saw a movie in theaters called Bullet Train. Uh, it looked goofy, looked interesting. The cast is a celebrity cast without a doubt. A bunch of people, a bunch of good names when it comes to actors and actresses. And I would highly suggest it. Though I might have to warn you guys, do not go to that, or do not watch Bullet Train when you have a headache. Because when I left the theater, I had a headache from just how loud it was. It was definitely a loud movie. It was extremely good. Story, action, style, characters. It was very, very, very good. I absolutely loved it. It's something of that quality I don't get to see that often when it comes to movies. I watched a lot of movies this year, and while that one it isn't my number one movie, it is extremely good, in my opinion. It's good enough that I spent $15 for myself, and then like $15 for other people. The dollars are 50, or the tickets were $15. I bought 3 tickets, one for me, my brother, and my mom. And at this point, after watching it, I've been questioning going back to the movie theater to watch it again, spending another $15 on it. That's how good the movie was. Of course, the reason why it's so expensive is because I went to theater and I chose the high class, with a high quality experience one, where they have the highest quality sound and great reclining seats, very comfy and all this stuff. I went for all of that. I just went for the full experience there. So that's why it costs so much. But I'm honestly questioning doing it again. It's that good. So, warning for anyone that wants to watch it, there is subtitles because the movie is set in Japan, and while a lot of it is in English, actually most of it is English, there are moments where characters do speak other languages. Not too long, and they do have subtitles for it. So it's easy enough to follow, in my opinion. Yeah, so that's a quick review of Bullet Train. I highly suggest a quick spoiler-free review of Bullet Train. I highly suggest watching it. Great music, great, very loud music. Great characters, great setting, great action. It is extremely good. Great story. There you go, thumbs that one. Now potatoes and carrots. Yay. Let's see, is there another thing I can talk about when it comes to one of the forms of media? Because it seems like I'm going through all of them. So I might as well actually go through all of them. I went and covered games and that I played today, a recent manga that I read, a recent movie that I saw. Yeah, let's talk about music then. So yeah, every so often I'll come across some music, or I'll be listening to music on YouTube. I like to use YouTube over Spotify just because I use YouTube more often, and I don't really have the space on my phone for another app like Spotify. So I just use YouTube for it. But that requires me to actually, you know, use playlists from YouTube when it comes to music. So YouTube has this nice playlist feature that you might know of, you might not know of, called the My Mix, where it goes ahead and it's a mix of what should only be music videos, not music, but just videos that are songs. That's all that should be in it, in that playlist. And it's based off of, initially, based off of absolutely nothing what's popular, but then as you listen to music on your device, on your account, the YouTube will actually start editing the My Mix to match your preferences and what music you listen to. It'll do that automatically. It's a great feature. And it does very good. Like, you listen to a bunch of, let's say, Billy Joel. So you'll get a lot of Billy Joel songs will be suggested on there. But then it'll also, once in a while, suggest songs from artists that are similar to Billy Joel. And then if you like those, then they'll start suggesting those artists and their songs as well in that thing, and just keep on growing and making it more like what you want, or what YouTube thinks you want to listen to. But there's a few issues with it. One is that it often ends up stagnating, where it's like, okay, if you go ahead and just turn on the playlist one day, and it's like, okay, you have all these songs from these 3 different artists in it. It's like, okay, that's great. I want to listen to something else. We try to listen to something else, but then next day, the next day, next day, next day, next day, it's always still just the same 3 artists. It stagnates on that. So you have to kind of force it to reset by not using that playlist, but going to a different, searching up more artists yourself, because it stopped suggesting new ones in your playlist. And when that happens, it's a bit irritating because you have to search up and pretty much avoid listening to your own playlist for a while in order to have it update. Yeah, I've had that happen to me several times. And this last time that had happened to me, I decided that I was tired of it happening. So I would decide that I'll make my own playlist based off the My Mix one with a bunch of random songs. But I'm going to keep going with adding random songs until it has literally a few hundred to maybe a few thousand. I'm just going to keep on adding songs to it. So I do. I made a list of all the different, what do you call it? All the different artists that I listen to, and then even a bunch of artists that I don't listen to. Just any artist or musician or band that I know of that I like at least one song of. I made a list of them. Also made a list of every single video game I played, so that I can look up their soundtracks. Every single movie that I've watched, so I can look up those soundtracks. And every single TV show, so their soundtracks, etc., etc., etc. Same with anime. It's like, okay, just get all the soundtracks, get all the all the bands. It's like, I'll look up. I made a huge list of this, and they decide to make sure that my playlist doesn't go stagnant. but I don't get tired of the songs that are in it, or the artists that are in it for too long, which I have actually grown tired of it because I haven't been adding new ones. What I'll do is I do not pick myself what next artist to add to, or rather, I will. I have this list, and I'll go through a list and have a random number generator. Select which artist or playlist to go to next, and I'll go through. If it's a playlist, I'll go through every single song in the playlist. If it's a soundtrack, I'll go through every single song in the soundtrack. But if it's an artist, I will go, or a musician or a band, I will go through every single song that artist, musician, or band ever made, and I will listen to every single one of them, and any one of them that I like, I'll add to a playlist. And that's essentially what I've been doing with it. Now, sadly, the playlist has stagnated again, but it's not because of anything in particular with YouTube or the playlist itself. It's because I decided to not actually care about it enough about adding more songs. I haven't added a new song in several weeks, and so I've ended up listening to the same few bands the most, over and over and over. It has been irritating to me. Once again, so I'm ending up with the same issue as my mix, where I'm listening to the same bands over and over because they are the ones that I've gone through the most, and they, like, let's say one of the first bands I went to was actually one of the first artists I went to was Lil Nas X, and I went to all the songs and added a bunch of his songs to my playlist. And same with a band AJR. I went to all their songs and added them to a playlist. But I've been hearing them way more than all the others, and so it's been a bit irritating with it. Get that. Get you in here. You here. Yeah, then this. Covers all of that. What do I count as algae for this? I don't know. I don't know what to do as algae. That's not going in here. The saddles are going in here, that's for sure. And the bow is going in here. Now the rest I can bring with me to the house. Yeah. So it's stagnated. I've been listening to the same artists for too long. And I've been starting to not like their music, or rather, the music pops up like, don't want to listen to this. More often than not, thanks to that. So I need to get back into actually adding different musicians to it. Just thought that would be interesting to talk about. There you go. Drop those off. Sleep away tonight. And we're going to head to the cow farm once again. This time we're not going to... I do not believe we're going to be killing the cows. Wait, did I get looting? But if I did, maybe I will cut some cows. What did I get? Oh yeah, looting's the next one for me. If I can get. Want to get looting. Want to get that. Actually, no, this is enough. I'll get to the farm, and that's it. I will breed the cows when I get back to it, or I come back to the server next time. So I was trying to find ways to actually add more musicians. I realized that there's two easier ways to do it, because I was just adding the songs that I listened to once and liked. But it would be better if I just added all the songs first, and then whenever I'm going through the playlist, just have it set to random to pick a random song. And then if I don't like the song, then I remove it. That would probably make this entire process easier, quicker, and I wouldn't have to, I wouldn't get tired of the songs so quickly, because there'd be too many to be tired of. That's probably the better option of what to do than what I'm currently doing. I realize that. But at the same time, if I did that, the playlist would end up somewhere around 100,000 videos in it, 100,000 different songs in it. I feel like that's a bit too much for now. So working through it bit by bit. Yeah, okay, that's enough talk about that. So, for a quick summary of how we did today, we bred and killed cows. We got some enchantments. In particular, the good one we got a Looting 2 book, and we got a Fortune 3 pickaxe with enchantment, or in, what's it called, Unbreaking 3 and Efficiency 4, so a very good diamond pickaxe. We farmed a bunch, and we put more, what's it called? We put more of the item frames down on those chests. Still not receiving any lag from the storage room yet, so seems like the item frames are not causing lag yet. That's a very good thing. I was worried that they would. That pretty much. Oh yeah, we also did some fishing. Fishing was fun. I like fishing. So that pretty much covers everything that we did for today in the stream. So we also talked about different forms of media, and hope you enjoyed it. Learned a bit more about my tastes and stuff. Yeah, but that covers all of that. I hope you enjoyed watching. I know I enjoyed playing. If you enjoyed, maybe leave a comment. Let me know if there's anything you want me to build or anything you want me to do on the server, or if there's any other games you want me to play besides the ones I'm currently playing. Yeah. So, thank you for watching, and until next time. See ya.